What's up guys, this is Chris from Honest Outlaw here, and today we're gonna have something pretty sweet for you. We're gonna do the first shots of a gun that I've liked since GoldenEye? Yeah, definitely GoldenEye. I don't know if you guys ever played the original GoldenEye on 64, kind of dating myself there, but this was one of the best guns in the game, and it was really cutting edge then. A few things have happened to it since then, but finally here, about 20 years later, I have my hands on it. If you are unfamiliar with the FN PS90, this is actually the 16-inch version of the standard P90 that the Secret Service used, believe it or not, or at least did use at one point or another. It shoots the 5.7 caliber ammunition that you see right here in this unbelievably expensive little bag of freedom here with these little blue tips on it. I'm going to be using this FN 5.7x28 ammo as well, and then some American Eagle also, which was very hard to come by, so big thanks to my Patreon supporters for helping me find it and pay for it. If you want to join the Patreon squad, all you got to do is go to the link in the description. If you sign up, you get free content and you can help out the channel. It's really the best way. Also want to mention a local shelter in Ames, Iowa. It's the YSF. So you shelter, those kids could use your help, so please go down and click the link and scroll over their donate page and donate to them. It's just a good thing to do. Now, the PS90, this is, as I said, the 16-inch version, and it shoots the 5.7, which is a relatively controversial round. There's a lot of people really like it, a lot of people really don't, but very few actually in the middle. It is an extremely fast pistol round. The lethality of this is significantly increased by the 16-inch barrel. You add a lot more velocity and you get a lot more hitting power out of this very fast-moving handgun round. Whether you like the 5.7 or not, it's really good at penetration, that's for certain, especially the military stuff. The civilian stuff will still do pretty well, and overall it allows you to have a lot of ammunition on tap because it's very light and very small, but it also has a good amount of hitting power. Now, the PS90 actually has a 50 round magazine. We actually have it loaded up to about 30 rounds because it's relatively difficult to load, especially the first few times. And it sits in top of the gun here, which we'll show you here in a minute. But that isn't the only unique thing about the PS90. The PS90 or the P90 both have a lot of unique features that really separate it from any other gun that I've ever seen. First thing is going to be the weird ergonomics. As you can see here, this is your pistol grip here. Right here, this is your safety, very strange, and this is your foregrip here with a hand stop. That is very unique, very streamlined, and very compact. However, it does take a lot of getting used to. It has the standard sort of subpar bullpup trigger, and then it also has a Picatinny rail up top with a spot through the middle there where you can see your iron sights. We have an RMR Type 2 and a Midwest Industries mount on top of the Picatinny rail. And then you have your charging handle here, which is ambi, but again, extremely hard to operate in my personal opinion. So, as you can see there, it takes a good bit to charge the gun, and also there isn't a whole lot to grab onto. That being said, it's very compact for what it is, and it holds a whole lot of rounds, which I think is one of the reasons why it is used in several militaries around the world, although most of the militaries that did adopt the P90 have phased it out for ergonomic issues and ballistic superiority of the 5.56 generally. However, there are still quite a few niches that this gun fits in, and certainly one of them is looking unbelievably badass because, I mean, how good does it look? It looks really cool in my personal opinion. Is there a more space-age gun than the P90? I would argue that there's not, which is why this gun has found its home in many video games and movies. That being said, I've never shot one of these before, and I don't want to wait any longer, so let's go shoot it.
Okay.
All right, first shots with the PS90 here. We're at about 15 yards. We'll just get it on paper. I know it's gonna be hot or low, obviously, because of the offset, the bore offset. I mean, honestly, between this red dot and the barrel itself, you're looking at, like, use my inch scale here. 1, 2, 3, like 3.5 inches of bore offset. And for a CQB weapon, that could kind of be disastrous if you really think about it. I mean, if you're up in close and you have a hostage shot and all of a sudden you shoot 3 inches low by accident, you can hit something you don't want to hit, you know? No recoil at all, literally zero. I expected that because the 5.7 pistol doesn't have any recoil. Pretty good groups there. What a surprise, 3 inches low, about an inch off to the left. Just a little too far to the right. This. No. I'd say it's on. It sure is fast. Oh, look at, I love when people say the 5.7's like the most powerful round ever. Look at the unbelievable swing when I hit the dueling tree. You ready? That's with a 16-inch barrel. Cool gun though.
Walk it through?
Yeah, so I'm out, so eject the mag like that. Essentially pull the tab back, pull up on the mag and eject it out. And then you spend the next, I don't know, 45 minutes to the rest of your life loading it.
Okay, Outlaw, show me how to put it in.
All right, so I'm no expert, but you slide in here, the loading tabs go there, and you just slap it down, charge the gun, and you are good to go. We'll do a little close-in stuff. 30 rounds goes quick. One of the fun things about it is feeling the rounds pop all off and slam all over your jeans and shit. It's kind of cool. So one thing I forgot to mention is to solve the ejecting in your face problem that bullpups have with lefties and stuff like that, is that the PS90 ejects out the rear, or the bottom, sorry, the bottom. Man, I like the word rear though.
Do we need to start a rear count?
Go ahead, sexy.
Okay, so we watched a couple of videos on how to load this, but I feel like I found a better method. So you take the back of the bullet, see right here, this is like where the lip feeds in. So it's really difficult to put in because this round will spin as I insert this one. So what I'm doing is I'm using, now I'm not gonna be able to do it on video.
That's exactly what happened to me earlier.
I use the lip of the back one to push it out and then smoothly put it in like that. I know I'm pretty good about smoothly putting things in, but I feel like some of the other tips we saw required using a pen to push it, but this seems a little more intuitive and you can just get after it like that. Tip it back, bring it forward, feed it in.
All right, so the whole new battery of arms, yep. So those two little feet there, they go at the back, yep, and then you just slap it in. Just like that, yep.
That's it?
Yep, and the charging handle's on either side, and you just pull it back.
This?
Yep.
Like
Release
so?
it, yep. And then that front thing there is your safety. So when you're ready, push it the direction that it is not on currently.
I like that it's ambi.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's left and right. I mean, that's the whole concept of the gun, really.
Okay. All right, now how am I gonna hold this?
Very little recoil.
I don't like this red dot. Where is it?
It's hard to find.
Is it on all the way?
No, it's on, yeah. You gotta put your face down on it a little bit.
Oh, there we go. If I was using the Vulcan, this wouldn't happen.
Okay, that has never happened. Charge it again. Go ahead, try it. Okay, hold on, let me see.
The safety on?
No, you didn't have the safety on. You just didn't charge it far enough back.
Okay, sorry about that, everyone. I've
okay.
never used one of these before, so I didn't charge it back enough.
I don't think very many people have used one of those before.
Okay, it's on fire.
Yep, you're ready to go.
Okay. That is fun. I hope it didn't ruin my dress though, but haha, shells and
weird battery of arms, weird trigger, weird controls, weird loading system. All in all, it's pretty weird though.
Super weird. I wouldn't say it's difficult once you get used to it, but would I really want this for anything other than looking badass?
It does look badass though.
That's up to you, babe, because you're the keeper of all the firearms.
I am the keeper. Okay, so it's a new title. You ready? All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna load the PS90. I think it's raining a little bit. Either that or I'm sweating on myself.
You are. It's not raining.
We're gonna load it here and we're gonna shoot it at about 100 yards and see how we do. I think we'll do pretty good.
It is raining.
Yeah, you can, the recoil is so low on this, you can pretty much triple tap at will. All right, and we are out. Okay, so thoughts of the PS90 are that it's a little awkward, to say the least. You gotta make sure it's clear, all good to go. All right, so first impressions of the PS90. It's a video game cool, that's for sure, but is it video game functional? I would argue no. I like it, it's fun, but would I ever use it for anything serious? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now that's my own personal bias, but I do shoot a lot of guns, and I mean a lot of guns. Like I have MP5s, Vectors, CMMG Banshee, AR-15s, AKs. Name a rifle and I've at least probably shot something like it. I mean, I've shoulder fired a 303 Brent, and I can tell you that this is awkward, weird. The over compactness of it, because I'm such a big dude, makes everything super cumbersome. The fact that it's really difficult to hold on to it while reloading and unloading, even charging the charging handle. It's really hot today, so we're really sweaty, so we're slipping off everything. And the charging handle is very smooth and very hard to get a hold of. The safety is extremely awkward. I have not yet really found a system that works for me other than using my index finger, which I never like doing because I'm always worried about this thing, you know, slipping off it and hitting the trigger, which does happen. So I've been operating the safety with my support thumb, which I feel like is not overly ergonomic. The trigger's terrible. The height over bore axis is extreme. The reloading and loading process of the magazine is fairly difficult. And overall, other than looking cool, I don't think the gun really has a lot else for me that I'm really interested in. I get that it's very compact, but so is an MP5K, right? And 30 rounds versus 50 rounds, well, 50 rounds wins, except for if you have to do a freaking reload, or carry a mag on you at all for that matter, because carrying the 50 round P90 mags cannot be a fun thing. I mean, I don't know how many rigs out there that you could just buy that would carry them. I'd assume you'd have to either stuff it in a pack and or buy a specific dedicated PS90 magazine carrier. On top of that, the ammunition is debatably effective, very expensive, and very hard to find, especially compared to something like a 9mm, which the vast majority of subguns use. And if you're looking for a little more power, there's always the venerable 45. You get a Chris Vector in 45, or you get MP5 and 10mm, and both of those are non-negotiably more powerful than the 5.7. It's hard for me to say this because I love you, GoldenEye gun. I really do. But I don't think I would recommend this for anything serious. I think that that's one of the reasons why people initially adopted it and then got rid of it. And I think that's another reason why most of the people that were looking at them didn't adopt them in the first place. Now, the Secret Service did, and I could see this for being a really good bodyguard style gun, simply because the shorter version of this would still pack 50 rounds in the magazine, and then you could fit that under a suit jacket or something like that. That's a very unique niche, but it would obviously excel in that. I mean, at least the Secret Service thought so because they adopted it and they probably know more about it than I do. But as far as my purposes, home defense, civilian plinking, that kind of thing, other than looking cool and kind of blowing your friend's hair back before they shoot it, of course, I'm a little lukewarm on the gun, to say the least. I didn't have a lot of fun shooting it today. I thought I was going to. It was fun to shoot the gun, but it wasn't overly fun to load the gun or operate the gun. And low recoil is cool, but 22s are low recoil too, and they're not $3 a shot, you know? So, yeah. sorry to disappoint all you PS90 fans out there, and myself included, considering I bought the gun. Yeah, I'll have to shoot it a little bit more, do a full review as soon as I, sell another kidney and figure out how to buy 5.7 on the black market or something, because it's not available anywhere I look. And the 5.7 that I did get for this review, I accumulated over the past 3 months from people who owed me favors and got me 50 round boxes. So it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to get. If you guys know any place got it in stock, let me know. However, as of right now, the PS90 is more of a, what are you gonna do? If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please help out your Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later. That's extremely distracting. I didn't know what you're doing.
I'm airing out my vagina.
You're fanning the old hoo-ha?
It's hot out here. Got butt crack sweat.
Me too. That's what happens when it's 100.